There are three sites that we're talking about as options for the Vikings. One is very familiar. Downtown East includes the current Metrodome site. It includes a dramatic remake of that facility. That is the least expensive of the sites by about $300 million. It is all in the public hands. The two others are on the other side of downtown. One is including the current Minneapolis Farmers Market, and the other is something we call Linden Avenue. We've called that the Excel site. We've called it the Basilica site. We think it makes sense to call it by the street that it's in, and the other is actually Linden Avenue. It's the site that comes right as you're entering the city from 394. We are offering all three sites because we believe that it's important to have as many options on the table as possible and to have the Vikings be able to help choose which of those ultimately make the most sense for them. First off, the question about whether to use gambling proceeds or not is not one that's going to be decided in Minneapolis. It'll be decided here. As you know from many months ago, my preferred option on funding this is a sales tax. And we offer one that we believe also, coupled with property tax relief in Minneapolis, could get the support we have. I would be able to personally support the idea of casino revenue if it was tied to support for Indian people in the city of Minneapolis and tied to other community benefits. If that discussion comes forward from the state capitol, we believe we can get that support locally. But the state debate about gambling is one that's for the state capitol. One of the things I've liked about this debate is that it really has had very little of the historic blackmail that I think people rightfully run from. I don't believe the Vikings are leaving the state, and I frankly have not heard the Vikings really raise that specter much. I heard the NFL people say that once, but other than that, I've heard almost no discussion about leaving the state, and that's how it should be. We should have a rational discussion about the most practical way to solve an issue that's been out there for many, many years. And that practical discussion requires somebody in a position like mine to come forward with three very practical solutions that can all get done. None of them will be easy. All of them will have controversy, and none of them is exactly going to be a path to re-election for any politician. But I do believe it's important for leaders of this state to stand up, as the governor has done, to his great credit, and as I'm doing, and as the leaders of Ramsey County, to their great credit, have done too, and stick their necks out and say, yes, the Vikings are an important amenity in the state. I don't consider that blackmail. I do consider that a choice.